Welcome to our video on the top 10 tips for personal protective equipment, or PPE. In today's workplaces, there's usually a list of mandatory PPE that everyone on site must follow. So, whether you're starting a job or just visiting, make sure you understand the minimum PPE requirements before entering. But keep this in mind, minimum PPE doesn't mean complete protection. Depending on your task or work location, additional PPE may be required. So let's dive into our PPE top 10. The first step in choosing the right PPE is to assess the risks. Take a good look at the hazards associated with the task you're performing and the environment you're working in. Even if you're not personally using hazardous tools or materials, others nearby might be. Remember, PPE is your last line of defense. Always apply the hierarchy of controls, first to reduce hazards at the source. Want to learn more? Check out our videos on risk assessment and the hierarchy of controls in the description below. Your first layer of protection is what you wear. Workplaces aren't the place for shorts, exposed shoulders, or midriffs. In most cases, long pants and a long-sleeved shirt are the most appropriate. Many sites also require high-visibility clothing to ensure you're seen by operators of moving equipment, usually starting with a high-vis vest. For some processes and workplaces, you may be required to wear specialized protective clothing to prevent contamination, injuries, or fire. No sandals, flip-flops, or open-toe shoes. Ever. Footwear should completely enclose the foot and feature a non-slip sole. In many workplaces, steel-capped boots are required to protect against dropped objects and other crush hazards. Make sure your footwear is suitable for your specific work environment. If there's a risk of airborne sprays, dust, or particles, eye protection is a must. This includes tasks like welding, grinding, hammering, or using chemicals. At a minimum, wear safety glasses. However, goggles or a face shield may be more suitable depending on the risk. Important: regular glasses or sunglasses don't count as eye protection. If you wear prescription lenses, use safety goggles over your regular glasses or get prescription-rated safety glasses. Working where objects might fall from above, a hard hat is essential. Even a small object like a spanner or bolt dropped from a height can cause serious injury. Hard hats should be worn whenever overhead hazards are present, or when required by site rules. There's a glove for nearly every type of task, but not all gloves are created equal. For general handling, use leather or general-purpose gloves. For chemicals, consult Section 8 of the Safety Data Sheet, SDS, to find the right material and usage duration. For sharp materials, choose cut-resistant gloves. Not sure which gloves to use? Ask your supervisor, and don't forget to check out our video on how to read an SDS, linked in the description. When you're exposed to noise levels above 85 decibels, hearing protection is mandatory, even if you're not the one making the noise. The two common options are earplugs, disposable or reusable. Earmuffs offer more robust or prolonged protection. Whichever you choose, ensure you're using them correctly and following the manufacturer's instructions. Dusts, fumes, vapors, and gases. All of these require careful control. Ideally, these hazards should be managed through the use of engineering controls, such as ventilation and extraction systems. Therefore, respiratory PPE is usually a backup option to engineering controls or is used for short-term or emergency purposes. For particle dust, AP2 or N95 rated mask is standard. For vapors or chemicals, a full-face respirator with the right cartridge may be required. This will often require specific training. For high-risk situations, for example, confined spaces, you may need gas detection systems, self-contained breathing apparatus, and specialized training. Watch our video on confined space safety to learn more. link in the description. A safety harness and lanyard system is essential PPE to protect workers from falls when working at heights. These systems should be used whenever there is a risk of falling from elevated platforms, scaffolds, ladders, or rooftops, or in other raised work areas where guardrails or other fall prevention methods are insufficient. Workers should ensure their harness is fitted correctly, snug, and adjusted to their body size to prevent it from slipping out during a fall. Training in correct use, proper storage, and emergency rescue procedures is also vital for ensuring maximum safety. Watch our video on working at height to learn more, link in the description. Even the best PPE is useless if it doesn't fit or is damaged. PPE must be correctly sized. Too loose and it's a hazard, too tight and it may not protect properly. Regularly inspect your PPE for signs of wear, damage, or expiration. If you notice any issues, report it and replace it immediately. Safety is a team effort. If you're unsure about the correct PPE for a task, always ask your supervisor. Stay up to date with training, and never assume PPE requirements are the same everywhere. Different sites, tasks, and conditions can require very different gear. Staying safe at work starts with understanding the risks and using the correct PPE for the job. If you have any questions about your PPE, speak to your supervisor, and don't forget to check out the helpful resources we've linked below. We can customize this video with your company's branding, characters, settings, and even your site-specific PPE requirements. Contact us via our website to learn more. Watch another one of our safety videos right here, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss our next update. Stay safe out there.